Welcome, everybody. We are here with Russ Hill from Fixed Ops Marketing and Kaylee Filio from Parts Edge, obviously. And so, Russ, obviously here at NADA 2026, what made you start Fixed Ops Marketing? What was it that you were fed up with that you said this needs to be brought into the world?
In 1997, I was running a store, and we got our first website. Now, back then, I know most of you probably won't remember, but we had the ultra-fast dial-up AOL modems back then. So, but anyway,
I actually do remember that.
Do you?
Yeah,
Websites obviously have evolved over the years, but not on the service and parts side. They have. Here's what you see on service and parts, and I mean it pays all the bills, and it's like they don't know who those people are. It's not educational content. So things are changing. So 6 years ago, my partner and I, we had another company. We sold our shares of stock. We thought, what is the next big thing? Well, the next big thing we thought had to do with fixed operations and educating consumers about services and helping with the retention and repeat and referral problem the dealerships have had for a long time, not counting all the training issues, but what is the customer's experience? What are they expecting when they go to a website? We know what it is on the variable side, but on the fixed side, it's either nothing there, static images, hardly any content, and there's no real calls to action, and dealers are missing the boat. So we wanted to create something, I think we have, that takes dealerships out of the 20th century and brings them into the 21st century with video, educational content, and many calls to action. So that was how we got started.
And so what is the problem, or what do dealers think the problem is versus what is actually the problem?
Well, the other day we were on a podcast, and many people said, hey, what do you think the biggest topics are going to be at NADA this year? Data and AI. All of you are probably shaking your, yeah, I agree it is. Of course, they're one can't work without the other, because for AI to work, it needs an enormous amount of data. Here again, when we're talking about the service and parts side of the website, all dealerships know this. They don't even really think about it. How many people came during the date range and how long they were there, but they don't know who those people are. That data is crucial to the evolution of where the delivery systems are going to go to communicate properly with timely communications to the consumers to help offset some of the bleeding. So this is kind of the mantra and what we're doing, and fits right into what all NADA is about right now. And I don't even think a lot of people know.
Yeah.
The microprocessors that run these chatbots and all the different levels there is are 100,000 times faster than the human brain. But it takes an enormous amount of data. And let me back up, clean data. We hear dirty data, clean data. So DMSs have dirty data, CRMs have dirty data. So that's what I'm doing here.
You guys are actually identifying the type of customer coming to the website and helping them so that they can actually market to them.
We are. So we know who they are, we know what offers they were looking at, we know how they interacted with it, and we also know if they came in for service and an RO was open or closed. Now, all we really track is customer pay. That's all we care about. We don't track internal warranty, etc., but we match it back to the record because of the assets of our technology that live inside the dealer's existing website.
Or what's something that dealerships are obsessing over, maybe with their website, that isn't moving the needle for them?
They think they got the bases covered, and they don't. So I want to say this because I don't have time to tell you exactly what we do, but this will get your attention. So a lot of times I'm online with dealer principals, and it's like they see fixed ops marketing, and they have some preconceived notion of what they think they're fixing to see. And the only reason they're there is somehow or another the fixed ops director, the service manager, or some relationship person actually said, hey, you need to take a look at it. And they're thinking coupons, specials, or offers, and they're not really paying attention. So how do I get their attention? Here's how I get their attention, like how I'm going to get your attention right now. Dealers are leaking thousands to tens of thousands of dollars from those two of the for-profit centers on their website, and once again, they don't know who they are. And actually, this is probably conservative, but almost 30% or higher of people that show up nationally daily to a dealer's website are looking for service-related content. And there's nothing there. It's static. It's certainly not educational or very little content. And on top of that, you don't know who they are. And you know what they're doing? They're going to their website while I'm doing the presentation and seeing that there's nothing on those pages, or it goes to a 404 because the page isn't even found. So they're waking up and they're starting to pay attention to it. Mark my words, starting last year through at least the next 6 or 7 years, fixed ops is going to be a huge focal point in every aspect.
Every aspect. What about when a dealership implements your technology, fixed ops marketing? What is something that you can't ignore? Like, what are the results that you see? What is impossible to ignore?
So, two things. There's the two biggest defection points that cause the 7 out of 10 customers to defect to the independents. Now, I don't even think a lot of people know this, but for every franchise dealer, there are 16 independents. Not me. It's NADA that says that. They're surrounded. That's where these people are going because of their experience, and it all starts with the website. Everybody's going to a website. Over 80% of all consumer consumption is video-based, and I don't even know if the average attention span is 5 seconds, and you have 3 clicks. If you haven't engaged them, you lost them. This is your digital showroom. And so we wanted to elevate that experience with a lot of automation, including AI, that takes that dealership to the next level. Now they're starting to pay attention to it because what it equates to is increased customer pay into their drive.
There you go. Excellent. Russell, this has been great. We appreciate you coming
Oh,
and joining
we're just
us
getting
here.
started.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. This has been fun. Thank you guys.
We appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
you.